We've got Metallica, Trapped Under Ice. And it's titled Forevermore. And they told me they wanted me to tell you to look up Led Zeppelin, Battle of Evermore. Because Battle of Evermore and Metallica's Trapped Under Ice go together, and it's full circle, and if you know, you know. So you've got Led Zeppelin, Battle of Evermore, you've got Metallica, Trapped Under Ice, Forevermore, and if you know, you know. So that was Astro's message to you. We've got Do What You Say, Hierophant. You're a high-ranking leader. You're all four kings, queens put together. You're top of the game. You've learned your lessons. You're very spiritual. And obviously, you're the Hierophant. And you want newness. So it says, do what you say. All right. And we're going to take a few of these. It ended with the Queen of Pentacles. So the Hierophant's getting his Queen of Pentacles. And it ended with the Death card, old to new. So everything I just said. But in between there, we've got the Hierophant. The time is now. You have unlimited possibilities. So your manifestations are coming true. There's a Tower energy that's really, really fire and ice. Now, they wanted me to talk about this Tower moment and this fire and ice. So, if you're trapped under ice, how would you feel? Well, that was the dark night of the soul. And for some of you, it was years. Some of you, it was months. Some of you, it was decades. But now there's a sudden change. Now there's the Hierophant energy. You've reached your goal. You've went through your four kings. You've went through your four queen stages, and meaning you balanced out your masculine and your feminine. You went through all the lessons through each king and queen. That took me decades, okay? I'm at a Hierophant level, but it took me decades. Where some of you, it didn't take decades. But we're at this Tower moment now. So imagine you're trapped under ice. And imagine you have the ability to fire out of your fingertips. Okay? So that's what's going on right now. Your powers have been activated. And you have the power in your fingertips to just go like this. And the whole ice just melts. Okay? If you don't have that feeling and you're still trapped under ice, you've got to get your DNA activated. That's what's happening. We're on different levels. Some of us have been here for a while. I've had fingertip fire for a while, believe me. Okay, but when I was going through my dumbed down stage, my powers were gone. I had still great intuition. I still had great obedience. I still had great creativity, but it's nothing like today because I've went through the last at least 5 years going through this boom energy, where some of you might just go through it now. But if you're a Hierophant, you have been going through it. And you're at this point now where there's a sudden change. Okay? You've left the past, the Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands, as you were just waiting for the opportunities to arrive. You were relaxing. You were going with the flow. Okay, those days are over. It's do what you say now. Okay? And if you're not going to do what you say and you're going to somehow slip backwards, then you are going to get into a Ten of Swords energy. Now, the Ten of Swords energy can be good. It can be an ending of the old and bringing on the new, a completion of a cycle. But if you're going to be a Hierophant and you're not going to do what you say and you're not going to move forward, then you're going to slip back into the previous cycle where somehow in the kings and the queens you messed up. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a King of Pentacles was your last lesson, and you have all this money in the bank, and you have all of this material stuff. You're the King of Pentacles, but you went into a dark night of the soul, and you've decided to become that Hierophant, and you're supposed to now do what you say, and you decide to slip back and say, no, instead of me going this way, I'm going to stay here because it's really comfortable. Well, then you're going to get a Ten of Swords tower energy moment that is going to make you have to move forward. But it probably won't be the same result because you screwed that one up. You'll still get something great, but it won't be the greatest. Okay? So again, it's that Battle of Evermore with the Forevermore from Trapped Under Ice together. Now, not everybody's going to get what I just said, but not everybody's supposed to. Okay? Okay, then we had Do What You Say, the Ace of Cups. You want new everything, openness, oneness, hearts open. Okay, so I just went over all that. All four queens, the Empress energy, I went over that. St. Michael's Sword of Truth is bringing you clarity, especially what I just said. If you're a Hierophant, male or female, you are definitely understanding what I'm saying. If you're still in a King and Queens, you might not even get what I'm saying. But just know that you just must keep moving forward. Okay, now, the next part of this is the part that's not on the shorts. And we've got Give It Away and Declare the Truth. So we had this last week, too, come out together. We've got a world mission next. We've got a world mission, and we have to have the courage to declare the truth. And we have to give away our charity, time, talent, and things. Okay? And then the last three cards here, I've got the Hermit, Judgment, and the Two of Pentacles. All right? This is just a continuation of the shorts. I'm going to do a whole new reading when we're done here. So the Hermit is just saying to shield yourself, and that came out with St. Michael. I've got shield yourself. So shield yourself and go within. Take time making your decision, lean on the angels for support, and do this in solitude. What are you doing in solitude? Judgment. You're doing a self-realization. Where are you? Are you still a king and a queen? And are you still in the pentacle mode? We have the King of Wands is the ego and the creativity. We've got the King of Swords still going down the rabbit hole. The truth, right? You're still looking for truth. And then we have the King of Hearts, which is the love. Are you still working on your broken heart and manifesting a new love? So you've got all four kings and all four queens. Are you still in there, or are you at that Hierophant level where I'm at and many of you that are listening are at? Okay, so let's assume that you're at the Hierophant level. Okay, truth has been revealed. There's a glorious unveiling. As long as you know yourself, God sees all and karma is being given. And we want to go back to shield yourself against what? Against yourself. Because you don't want to slip back. So what are you going to do? You're going to do the Two of Pentacles. You're going to balance yourself. You're going to juggle your obligations. You're going to keep focus. And your focus should be on harmony and love and equal give and take. Two of Pentacles. Okay? Now, underneath shield yourself was St. Michael saying self-respect. And that's what I'm trying to get at. You know, this is all about you. This isn't about the enemy. This isn't about the minions. This isn't about the big snake. This isn't about any of that. That stuff's done. Okay? Now it's about bringing in the twin flame, the soulmates, the mission partners, but they can't come in unless you're balanced out. The Hierophant is not going to settle for a page. A Hierophant is not going to settle for even a Queen of Pentacles. He wants the Empress. Everybody wants the Empress, but you have to be on her level, and vice versa. Okay, you're on the right path. Keep your eye on your targeted intention. Pay attention to your dreams because romance angels are helping you. Spend more time outdoors and shield yourself. So it went right back to shield yourself about 3 times. And again, it's shielding yourself from you slipping back. We had that 3rd step prayer in AA. God, I offer myself to thee to do with me what thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness of thy power, thy love, and thy life. May I do thy will always. Okay, now we've got the Chariot and the 3 of Wands on the bottom of these decks here. So it's incoming fast, and it's that Tower moment that I'm feeling that's coming in fast, and it's a victory. So I don't think many of you are going to fall backwards. I don't feel that. And these flipped out in my hand, so we're going to go ahead and look at these. Judgment, Justice, 10 of Swords, and 7 of Wands. So we've got the Judgment card and Justice. Okay? And we've got the 10 of Candles, which is the, I just went over 10 of Swords, I just went over Judgment. And then we've got the 7 of Feathers, which is victory, and I just said the 3 of Wands was victory. So that's just repeating itself. You can look up the 10 Commandments, and you can look up the Last Judgment is what they want me to have you look up. The 10 Commandments story and the Last Judgment story. So that's going to help you there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do the final warning from the Mage Tarot deck. And the only warning that I'm getting is you're in charge of you. What are you going to do about it? If you listen to the Battle of Evermore and by Led Zeppelin and Trapped Under Ice by Metallica, the answers are in there. Know that you have the power to get out from that ice with your fingertips. Fire comes out of your fingertips with your superpower, and you just simply melt the ice. All that shuffling, and we're right back to the 3 of Wands. And underneath the 3 of Wands is a Page of Pentacles. So you're going towards your abundance like a child, but you're the Hierophant with the King of Pentacles, lesson completed. But you still need to act like a child, because a child gets things done. A child says, you know what, I'm going for it. And then the top of the deck, we've got, but you're a King of Swords, you're the King of Cups, you're all 4 kings. This is the King of Dynamism, which is the King of Cups. He manifested that castle. He's got the flower in his hand. Goes right back to do what I say. And if you're not going to do what you say, well, then look at what's next. You won't get the Queen of Dynamism. There's the King and the Queen of Dynamism. And that's the king and the queen of love, because you're healed. Four of swords. Now, what I'm getting from this king and this queen of swords is really cool with the four of swords after it, because you're healed. See, you can now go towards your love because you're in the love state instead of the pentacles, the matrix, the looking for the truth, back to the matrix, right? Going down that rabbit hole. Your ego is in check. You're back to creativity. You're back to doing what you love to do. You're back to dancing like no one's watching, but now you know that everybody is watching. The spaceships see everything, and you know that now. But you're still dancing like no one's watching. And like I said, it ended with the Queen and the King of Cups and the healing card, which is you're healed. But now you guys can heal together. Now, for some of you, again, you're still going to be single, and it's not going to happen because why? Yep, because the Hierophant went backwards. He decided, no, this is too comfortable where I'm at. I'm not going anywhere. And so then she or he on the other side, they'll stay single until somebody of their worth and that fits their soul contract comes in. So it's not a guarantee, but it's a guarantee if you're doing what you say, if you're doing everything that you vowed in your ancient vows, right? Don't forget, this goes way, way back. I'm not just pulling a reading here from 2026. This is ancient channeling, okay? And again, if you know, you know. That's probably going to be my favorite line. If you know, you know. All right, you guys. I love you. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.